My baby, 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 baby. Mwah. Hi, everybody. Leather Rokk here. Mwah. Welcome to my channel. And this is my tabby boy. And that was Cassie. So, I'm going to play around with some makeup today. I'm going to get myself up against the wall here so you can get a good look at this. I made this look using 2 palettes, and I would love to show you how I did it. I broke out my beautiful brand new Violet Voss palette and my Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry palette. And here, I'll get near the window. This is what it looks like in Saturday morning light. I'm actually filming this on a Saturday morning, 10-something a.m., so that I can make my post day. And through the magic of editing, you are going to see the finished product. Well, this is the finished product. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how I did it. So I'm going to have to move my stand-up desk closer to the back wall because my main floor lamp, I think it needs a new wiring in it. It just will not turn on anymore, and the lighting is not great. I apologize. There's not much I could do about this any more than I could do anything about the grouchiness of Cassie's personality here. She's like, oh, nah, 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 nah. And of course I got my tabby boy. Come here, tabby boy. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, I'm filming at a different time. It is now 10:11 a.m. on the day that you guys are going to see this video. I just did not feel like staying up last night. I was tired. My little day jobs weren't really crediting for me, and I went to bed. So, hello, tabby boy, this is my baby cat. I'm gonna put some makeup on my face. And what are you doing? Oh no, she disappeared. Oh no, my kitty disappeared. Oh, and you think you're gonna go too? Hey, I can't believe this. He's terrible. Tabby boy wants to leave too. And I cannot find any of my hand sanitizers or my alcohol. So I'm going to get the gungy bungees on my makeup now. Thanks a lot, cats. Oh boy, I'm gonna tie my hair back. I'm filming this at a very unusual filming time for me. It is actually 10:12 a.m. I'm filming this on the day that I'm going to be posting this video, since I was just too tired to go on film last night. I'm going to start with, let me see. Oh yes, I do have alcohol here. First thing you do when you're handling your darling kitties, you want to clean your hands, especially before you touch your face. I'm using 70% rubbing alcohol, and this should kill any of the kitty butt germs that are on my hands. Sometimes I put alcohol in my hair to sterilize it if I know it's inconvenient for me to get in the shower and wash my hair. Saturate your hair with rubbing alcohol. Then whatever you do, stay away from any open flame. Now, I hope the dirtbags outside don't decide to choose now to make a bunch of noise. They were blasting rap music, 3, 4 in the morning. I went out there and yelled at them a couple of times, basically turn that shit off. I do not appreciate hip-hop music. If that's your bag, groovy on you. I just don't get it. To me, it's like the soundtrack for all the crime that goes on outside. Okay, I have just put my finger in the Color Mates compact makeup. I'm not wearing facial, foundation makeup. I have, since this quarantine crap started, I have not been wearing foundation. I don't see the point. I mean, if my skin really, really, really needed to be evened out, I would see it, and I'm not saying this to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but my skin is even. All this skincare that I am religious with, the vitamin C and the retinoids and all that stuff, it must be doing something pretty good, because I it seems to me that I have been able to get away with not wearing foundation. I don't want to keep on doing this after the quarantine and all that stuff is passed, but there's something else that you have to think about. With the masks that we're supposed to, they're now going to be a regular part of our lives. You have to think about you're taking your mask on and off, maybe throughout the day, and that would be rubbing off your cheek makeup, your foundation, blush, contour, all that stuff. Does that mean that maybe we are going to stop wearing contour and cheek makeup and foundation because of the masks? That's something I've been thinking about. Tabby boy, I hear you. So I'm only going to put that foundation on my finger so that I can put it on the eyelids to prep them for the eyeshadow. I don't see any other reason to use it. I mean, why have another heavy covering on your face that's not skincare, that's only going to get partially rubbed off, and then you would have to fix it before seeing other people. And I imagine that if there are any rubbery parts on any of your protective equipment, any oils in your foundation would cause the rubber to degrade. You do know that rubber and oils don't mix. Just like, we'll just think of any other ways in which oil and rubber won't mix. This is not a children's channel, but I think you know where I'm getting here. You don't want to mix oil with rubber or latex, because latex breaks down with oils. So now that my eyelid has been prepped, I just want to do some playing around with color today. You people who are watching this, you have the fortune of already knowing what the look is going to be. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got my bag of brushes, and now that I'm moving back here, I can't hang these things up here because I'm closer to the wall. So I'm going to have to, I guess, put these down here. The first thing I am going to do is I picked the palettes. I think I want to do a combination of the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry and this new Violet Voss palette. I was going to save this for when I actually got to go out and be seen, but you know what? I don't know when that's going to be. I do not know when that's going to be. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this lovely? I think these two palettes would really be good for pale skin people. I'm telling you why I want to use this one too. When you look at these colors here, there is I guess you can call it a flesh tone color here, but if you're really, 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 really pale like me, this is not going to be light enough for a brown bone color. For that reason, if I dip into this palette here, there is a color like this that will work. So I'm going to use my B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 6, and I'm going to dip into this pale, pale, pale color in this Too Faced palette, and I am going to just do the area right next to the eyebrow. This really, not only does it give you a nice skin tone area that should be theoretically look free of other makeup, but it also will protect the eyeshadows from, say, when you're doing your crease color, it won't go too thick and it won't make it hard to see the other colors. So, and now that looks like I may have taken off some of my eyebrow color. Let me see if this even looks right. Yeah. Okay. So, you know what? I think I should bring this even closer to my back wall. I thought the light was really good back here. Of course, I also have, I took as much off the window as possible to allow for there to be more light. Why do I think the lighting isn't as good as I thought it was? Oh well, we got to work with the best that we can here. Now, before I start putting these colors on, let me hold both of them up to the screen so that we could see kind of what our choices are here. So already I'm overwhelmed because there's so much color. Let me grab a bunch of brushes here. Handful of brushes. They should all, and I can't set this on the computer because hard drives and magnets do not mix. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try this matte shade here. Let me see if these colors have names. No, they don't. So, and since I'm making this up as I go along, I don't have a diagram to work with. You know what? I think I want to use a narrower brush. Let me find a skinnier brush in here. Okay, I will use the B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 17, which I think is my favorite brush yet. I'm going to dip into this matte color here, and I'm going to get a nice coating on the brush. And you know what? I think I'm going to hold this computer and get it up against the wall because the light seems to be the best here. You know what? It seems dark here for some reason. Maybe I should get near the window. What do you guys think? No, that's too... I got to do something about my lighting. I really do. You know what? Using this as a mirror isn't going to work either. Tabby boy, I see you. So I'm going to get just above the crease. I hear you. And Tabby boy, I hear you. I hear you. And do the same on the other side. I just knew when I saw this on the Sephora website I had to have it. And the fact that it was on sale. Now, Tabby boy, what are you doing? Tabby boy, get out of there. Get out of there. Last thing I want is him wee-weeing back there. You already have a box that you can go and do those sort of things in. They have a litter box. There were 2 litter boxes, actually, and my roommate decided to block their entrance to one of the litter boxes. And I think it would be easier for cats to just have one area to urinate in and the other to defecate. Because that way you wouldn't end up with a soupy litter box. You know, and then I have to find a time, a night when there's no dirt bags hanging around so that I can go and clean the box. You know. Let me see if that even... See? This needs to try to get the eyes symmetrical. That would help. Okay, set this here. I try to have a system when I use a brush, I put it down someplace so that I know where it is. Now, I am going to try this darker color here. It's right next to it. I'm going to go just underneath where I hit that crease color because I still want to keep the eyelids untouched so that when I do put color on there, they'll be able to stick good and I won't have to add more foundation to make the color stick, but I may very well need to do that. Now, it seems to me if you have a palette like this with colors that you really love, rather than using a whole bunch of colors that are kind of similar, and what will happen is they'll just end up blending together anyway, even if you have them like stripes one underneath another. So I don't think you need to use a whole lot of similar colors at once. Because you know, when you blink your eyes throughout the day, your eyelids are probably going to move up against each other, and colors are not going to look the same at hour 6 as they did when you just applied them. I see all these beautiful thumbnails of really beautiful makeup jobs, and I can't help but think, is it going to look like this when you come back from the club? Which I can't wait to be opened up when this pandemic is behind us. You know, it's starting to bother me when I watch shows on TV and they're current shows, and you know that they were filmed 6 months or more in advance. And so they're not depicting how we live today, and there's all these people being up close and stuff. And I would rather the television that I'm watching reflect more of what's going on now. First of all, I think it would encourage the social distancing if we see it depicted on screen, and it makes people feel less bad about the state of the world and what's going on. I'm going to dip back into this for the lid color. I think it might be nice to have something really shimmery, and there is a color in this Too Faced palette, a really magnetic metallic color, and it is called Razzle. This color here, and I'm going to use an e.l.f. C brush, and I'm going to get a good coating on this brush, and I'm going to focus on the eyelid. If you were careful when you applied the other colors, you should have some lid space that you could just get this on. In my mirror, this looks good. I don't know how it looks. Yes, this is the all made up and no place to go look because there's a quarantine going on. Of course, you'd never know it by what I see outside. There are some social service agencies / churches that are trying to get more government funds and grants, because of this pandemic and stuff. And so what they're trying to do is they're having people sign in with a clipboard during a pandemic. And and I will not name this agency. It's more of a church. It's not one of the ones that is it's not a famous place. It's some local place. And they want people to give their last 4 digits of their social security numbers, which I don't think is right. There's no way in hell I would do something like that for some leftover frozen and reheated food from a convenience store. No. If you are not, first of all, I don't believe in giving out that number anyway. It's not even supposed to be used for ID. And to have these places ask for that information, and then just sharing pens and touching clipboards and passing viruses, no. I mean, how many ways as stupid can there be? Well, guess what? You hang around here long enough, you'll be surprised. What do you think of this so far? Set this here. Now, I think we can do some pretty colorful eyeliners here. And I got a cat who's trying to go bye-bye. Hey, what you doing? Let me get some colorful eyeliners. I certainly have them. I thought I had them. Alrighty. Well, guess what? In my little mess of makeup, I can't find the container that I was looking for. Because this place is in serious disarray. And I really hate it when I'm looking for things and end up falling on the floor, and this carpet is not what you call sanitary space. Oh, damn it. Where are my eyeliners? Well, guess what? I guess I'm going to have to go into here and get something that I wasn't planning on using, but hey. Now, I have a pencil here. This is from Artmatic. Do you guys remember a company called Artmatic? Now, this is supposed to be a lip liner pencil, but I'm just such a rule breaker. Yeah, I am going to use that for my under eye area. It looks sharp enough, so let's say it is. I hear you. You want to go bye-bye. You just want to leave my room. That's your thing. I just want to leave. I don't want to stay and be pretty. No, I just want to leave. Because that's what kitties do. Can you even see that? Now, I don't know if I should bother with mascara or not. But you know what? I have some. And, one of my friends who I hadn't met before I joined Facebook, but in light of all this political divisiveness that's been going on, I've been making a lot of Republican friends, which kind of help to make up for the friends that in real life that I've lost due to political divisiveness and things. Like most of my family do not even speak to me because they are proud, dyed-in-the-wool Democrats. They say, Tabby boy, what is it? Oh, Tabby boy, you want to go out? You want to go out? Oh, come on, the phone's running now. Damn it. Oh, he ran under the bed. Can't get him to cooperate. Anyway, yeah, most of my family does not speak to me anymore over politics. So many of my good friends that live in California, I have not heard from them. They say that people are checking on each other because of the pandemic. They want to make sure that their friends are safe. I don't hear from these people. They do not talk to me, okay? You know what? Before I put this on, I think I need a dark eyeliner on my upper lids. So, let's see what is in this bag here. Let's see. No, wrong thing. I have a bunch of eyeliners here. Okay, let's drag out the Maybelline New York Master Precise Eye Studio in black. Now, this seems kind of scuzzy, but I actually ground scored this in a club. And now, you can't really sterilize what's inside there, but I just took a chance with my own health. Don't you do it. You know, sometimes when you're really, really poor and you're really tempted to take chances, people do things. I'm assuming that you guys watching me are much more financially prosperous than I am. So, don't judge me, okay? But my eyes haven't fallen off. It's good to store these down so the ink stays down in the point. And, oh gosh, I hope this does not smear. I don't even see this. Let me see if the ink's even. Okay, yeah. I didn't want to use the Wet n Wild H2O waterproof because so many times it smears up here and then it dries down right away, and it's very hard to fix it without screwing up the rest of the makeup. See how this isn't even showing up? You know, if I don't do a winged eyeliner, Some people say in the comments that it would look better if I put wings on it. You know what? This is not even showing up. Does the news depress you guys? It sure does depress me. I was watching news yesterday and they were interviewing some farmers that are being forced to let their crops rot in the fields because now that the restaurants are way down, people aren't going out to eat, school's not in session, so there's less need for the produce that our farmers are growing. And dairy farmers are being forced to dump their milk when there are still hungry people around, and it's so sad. These people's livelihoods are really being destroyed. I mean, as an organic gardener, I know how it feels to spend months growing a beloved tomato plant and you finally transplant it into the ground outside only for it to die the next day. And I felt sad because these are living things that I have nurtured, I've given life to. Sometimes I talk to them. Not that I expected response, but they're kind of like my child in a way. And when they die, it's very sad. And when you think of these people who this is their livelihood, some of these family farms are multi generations, they've been handed down throughout the years, and there's not as much need for what they're growing. And this pandemic has ruined so many lives. And you're seeing these farmers that are choking back tears on camera talking about they don't see a way out. And all this good food is going to waste. And if people don't have cars, they can't get at it. Like some of these farmers are setting up roadside stands and selling baskets of their produce to people who happen to be driving along. And of course, if you're quarantined, you're not supposed to be going out anyway. And if you don't have a car, how are you going to get to these people? Not everybody has cars. Not everybody lives out in the middle of nowhere. How can a person like me who lives in the city help out a small farmer in California or the South or wherever? And I'm not going out buying food anymore. I'm not leaving the house. The only shopping I'm doing is online. I only have one mask right now, and that's the mask I've shown in other videos. And the staples are coming out of it. I actually need to take the staples out and sew those straps back on. I had to wash it because it was smelling really foul, which to me that's proof of bacterial growth on the inside from my snot and stuff. My nose runs constantly. My sinuses, I probably look like I have something, and it's just my sinuses. Okay, you can hardly see this. It's like, why bother with an eyeliner? Okay, you guys, you're not getting any damn wing eyeliner. I tried, it won't come on. Sometimes you just can't get what you want, and you need to accept that. For my mascara that I really don't think I need, I'm using the Hang Fang. Yes, ladies and germs, this is from China. And it hasn't made my eyes come up. I would prefer to buy American made. I wish I could buy nothing but American made. Unfortunately, American made is not always what I can afford. And as much as I'm a woman that has her principles, and I'm real hard-headed when it comes to principles, but I also know what my budget is. And I am not going to put myself into debt over makeup and skincare and stuff. And in a couple of days, I am making another wish order. I'm going to get some more masks and some more mascaras and some more things. And I know that Wish is mostly products from Asia. And as much as I'm an American, buy an American kind of person, I am going to buy what I can afford. And I know there's a lot of people that are angry at China because of coronavirus and they want to punish China. Well, punishing the government is one thing. Punishing the innocent people there that are just trying to work and make a living like anybody else, that's not right. There's a big difference between a corrupt communist government and the innocent citizens which don't have any choice. You can't choose where you're born. They're stuck there making the best of a challenging situation. Now, what I will not tolerate are people that think it's okay to eat dogs and cats. If I knew exactly who was about that, then I would do the opposite of support them. Then I would figure they're my enemy and they need to be treated as such. The idea that people still think it's okay to eat dogs and cats is really repulsive. How could you eat something that is your friend? Now, that said, if I lived on a cow, I'd probably have to turn if I lived on a farm, rather. Yeah, if I lived on a cow. Hey, I'm not very big if it's a big cow, you know. If I think I can live in a jitney bus, you know. Um, oh, wow. Somebody wearing a face mask outside. Uh, I just, I don't want to subsidize bad behavior or evil. I like this mascara. It doesn't clump. It has a nice big brush. Love this big brush. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this, just under $3. And my main reason for getting this was the skull on it. I thought that was really badass. I think this is the sort of thing that if you hauled it out in public would look really cool. Of course, now I'm thinking if I were to haul it out in public somewhere, what if the virus was to get, that was airborne, got attached to this, and then I would put it back in a container and then there'd be bacterial growth and stuff. I don't bother wearing mascara too much, partly because as soon as my eyes run, the mascara streaks and it ruins my makeup. It's like, why bother? So I wonder if this pandemic is going to affect sales of foundation makeup, since it's really not practical to wear it if you're taking masks on and off. Of course, people tend to buy things way in advance of when they're going to need them. So, like I bet 8 different things of foundation if you count the ordinary brand foundations that I got last year. But that stuff, it's unopened, it's sealed, so things that haven't been used, I'm not too worried about the shelf life. I'll put some of this cheek makeup on, even though I think to wear cheek makeup when we're going to be taking masks on and off in theory is kind of ridiculous. But I'm kind of curious about this new holographic palette that I got on Sephora. So I'm going to take a look at it. This is what it looks like, and got my bag of brushes here. Now, I'm going to try this more flesh-toned one, which might very well be like a contour color or something. I'm going to use this thinner, cheap 99-cent store brush. I believe this is from Vivace. Or no, this is so old, I don't know where I got this from. This is, some of my brushes are older than some of you probably. But I think this is a really good brush for contouring. And get that, and get this mirror here. And make it up as we go along here. Nice angle here. And this doesn't have a mirror, so when you have palettes that don't have mirrors and you have to keep on switching out to the mirrors, you know. And then I'm hoping that nothing falls down on my filthy floor. I feel like I'm really behind on my cleaning. And this is supposed to be now, everybody talks about how their house has never been cleaner because of this pandemic. And my cleaning mostly consists of sterilizing the doorknobs and stuff, the most commonly touched surfaces in the house that are touched by a bunch of other people. Let me see what this looks like. But then again, when I see people not washing their hands when they come in, not wearing gloves and stuff, it's almost like, what's the point? You know? You know what? I'm going to touch some pink to here also. On this side. And you know what? This could be used for highlighting. And we got a choice here. I'm going to go touch it to this pink, pale pink thing here. And this is B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 5. The number 5 Studio Pro is bigger than the number 6. Get some more here. I don't know why. I thought that the lighting was more bright here, and I'm just not seeing it. I really need to do something about my lighting, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that rewired. There's a pandemic going on. I'm not going to go see any of my friends, and I'm sure not going to buy a whole new lamp. Can you imagine the shipping charges on a lamp, a floor lamp? I'm not shopping in physical stores. I'm afraid to. I don't have a vehicle, so I can't go drive into some rural area to a big box store to get things. I'm too afraid to go on public transportation because of all the germ carrying people. Here in Atlantic County, we've already had deaths due to the coronavirus. Here in Atlantic City, we've already had cases and deaths. I think we have 2 deaths and I don't know how many cases of coronavirus. Why does it look like one of my eyebrows is higher than the other? No, that's not good. Meanwhile, I'm just afraid I'm going to drop this makeup on my floor. It is what it is. Let me see. Now I gotta choose a lipstick. And I do have plenty of those. Of course, the purpler shades are over there, but I'm just going to pick from what I have here. Perfect. This will work. This is from B&H Cosmetics. This is their Art Pop line. Art Pop lipstick, and the color is called Bang. And I think this will be perfect with this. What do you think? Oh, my sinuses. are backing up real bad. After I get done filming here, I'm going to have to take a Sudafed. So, and I didn't bother putting earrings in, but I'm stuck in the house. I mean, I'm putting on an effort. I want to be bright and entertaining, and my hair is filthy. And my roots are out to here. Uh, if the people I live with would not leave the bathroom and the tub such a mess, I would just love to go and take a shower and wash my hair, and then of course my hair would fade 3 more shades, and I need to get peroxide in order to do my roots again, and I'm not going to the beauty supply place, and I can't afford to make a big enough order to get free shipping. And if they do delivery, I don't feel like paying some delivery driver, plus you're still dealing with people. So it's going to be a while before I do my roots. So I try not to do anything to my hair at all, except when it gets really scuzzy, like if the cats, I hold the cats and they get their paws in, and of course you know what cat paws touch, then I have to drench my hair in alcohol. And you may say to yourself, oh, that's drying. It kills germs. Bottom line, I'm kind of a germaphobe. So, okay, let's get a close look at this back here. What do you think? See, sometimes you have to have 2 palettes to get a really good look on things. So if you are lucky enough to have this Sweet Violet palette by Violet Voss, and if you are lucky enough to have the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry palette, that does indeed smell like berries, I think that they're really great palettes to work together, especially if you are very, very, very pale skinned and you need a very pale shade for your brow bone area. That is probably the most important thing as far as my requirements go. These are so portable. You could carry these. Now, I think that this would be wonderful for Los Angeles. I think this would be wonderful for Washington, D.C., even though my ultimate Washington, D.C. palette would have to have red and blue in it, because I tend to go to Washington, D.C. for the patriotic things. So, there you have it. Some makeup thrown together on a Saturday morning so I can make my YouTube schedule. And let's see, do I have any more kitties in my room? Where are my kitties? Where are my kitties? You want to go bye-bye? Okay, I'm going to open my door so that if Tabby Boy wants to go out so that he doesn't use my room as a litter box, he can go out. Okay, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I make 3 new videos a week about whatever I feel like filming, because I'm a free American and I love freedom. That's where it's at. Yeah, I love being free while I'm stuck in quarantine, but I'm doing the CDC guidelines because I don't want any more people to get sick with this virus than already are. So please stay home. If your friends are being idiots and you're going outside and you're partying, don't join up with them. Is it worth your health? Is it worth the health of somebody you love who could really get terribly sick or die from this virus? Just don't go out. Please stay safe, everybody. I will talk to you soon. Bye.